Ales Pushkin died at night in the intensive care unit of the city of Grodno under unclear circumstances. This was announced on July 11 by his wife. The artist was brought to the medical facility unconscious from prison, where he had been serving his sentence since November 2022. The cause of his death is still unknown. His friend Yana Kovzel said, "Neither orally nor in writing relatives this information was not noticed." Although some media wrote that Ales Pushkin was hospitalized in the city hospital allegedly with inflammation of the abdominal cavity and sepsis caused by peptic ulcer.
He underwent emergency surgery, but it is known that the chances were small. It did almost nothing. During the operation, his heart stopped. He was reanimated. Then the heart stopped again, and they could not save him. The autopsy report says the cause of death is unknown. Yana Kovzel, Ales Pushkin's fellow in a command for the Belarusian Service of Radio Liberty.
The artist was detained on March 30, 2021, and a year later he was sentenced to 5 years under articles for propaganda of Nazism, incitement of hatred, as well as desecration of state symbols. The Belarusian Prosecutor General's office considered Nazism the presence of a portrait of Yevgeny Zhikhar, a leader of the Belarusian Liberation Anti-Soviet movement, at the exhibition of Ales Pushkin in Grodno. The protest took place behind closed doors, but it is known that during one of the meetings the artist injured his stomach in protest. His work has always been flamboyant and dealt with political topics. Many art performances entered the history of Belarus, such as the legendary Fertilizers for the President, in which Ales presented a wheelbarrow with manure to Alexander Lukashenko, delivering it directly to the residents. Then the artist was sentenced to 2 years of probation.
This performance is a gift to the president which I made on July 21, 1999, when the legal term of office of Alexander Grigorievich Lukashenko ended, and he added 2 additional years of power to himself during the referendum, and then he began to rule for life. I protested against colonial symbols, this lack of freedom, inflation, dictator Lukashenko.
One of the most famous creations of Ales Pushkin was the painting Judgment Day. Artist created it in the 2000s, when he was engaged in the restoration and decoration of temples. On the fresco depicting the Last Judgment among the sinners, he painted Alexander Lukashenko and the Belarusian Metropolitan Filaret. After the painting was shown on television, part of it was smeared over, and in 2011 the temple burned down. Ales Pushkin has been involved in political activism since the 1980s. He was a supporter of an independent and democratic Belarus.
We have fear in our country, and everything works on this fear, both the contract system and the discipline. And forgive me, even the traffic police introduces fines and catches. For what? To control these poor people from a position of fear, only through fear. It's not right. Gotta get rid of this fear.
According to human rights activists, at least 5,000 political prisoners are now in prisons and colonies in Belarus, who, like Ales Pushkin, did not want to put up with the dictatorship of Alexander Lukashenko and his pro-Russian regime. Their health and lives are also in danger. A number of countries have repeatedly called on the leadership of the state to release them, but these appeals are ignored. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Natalia Voloshyna, UATV News.